A few years ago, I thought practice was all about discipline and grinding, but really, if you don't enjoy your practice, you won't see yourself getting better. So let me run you through the systems I built to actually enjoy the process of getting better. Okay, let's analyze the problem of why your practice feels so painful. Firstly, you're relying too much on motivation. Your motivation is going to go like this, and really, you also want to be practicing when your motivation is dipping and not just skipping a day. Secondly, your practice feels too serious. If it's too serious, it's really going to kill your enjoyment of the drums, which is really going to stop you from practicing every single day, and consistency is very much key here. Thirdly, your environment while you're drumming is full of distractions. Phones, people, that sort of thing. Just get rid of all of it and you'll have a more calm environment that makes you more disciplined and more likely to practice every single day. Thirdly, you're relying too much on comparison. You're comparing yourself every day to what you were like yesterday. You need to be looking at larger time frames for things like music and not comparing yourself to other people or really top drummers, which is almost pointless. So that being said, whether it comes to music, languages, school, or anything that you're practicing at the moment, you need a strong system to make sure that you can be consistent every day and that it's not a real struggle with loads of effort to turn up to practice. Okay, our first system is all about making drumming or anything you're practicing easy to start and not easy to get distracted. So what you're going to be doing is removing any distractions. So firstly, phone, do not disturb, just leave it out of the room. You don't want to be taking 5-10 minutes to even get into your kit. You want to have your kit ready to go. Your set should be taking 10 to 20 seconds max, consisting of you sitting down, putting your earplugs in, picking up your sticks, maybe putting some music on. Next, you really want to have a designated area. If you're practicing with a practice pad, have it there, so every time you're there, you're practicing, you're not doing anything else. So you want to have that sort of really low resistance, and that's going to allow you to just get in, start practicing, and not be distracted by anything like a phone or anything like that. Additionally, something I found that's helpful is having my sticks or pad, anything I practice with, super visible in my room, so that it's more tempting for me to go pick up that rather than reach for my phone or anything like that. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to stick around to the end, drop a like and a sub, and thank you very much for watching up to this point. Okay, so the next system I wanted to talk about was building consistency over having a bulk practice sort of habit. So, for example, let's take a person that practices 20 minutes a day, as opposed to someone who practices 2 hours once on the weekend. In my opinion, the 20 minutes a day is far superior method than the 2 hours once a week on the weekend. For starters, take the person who practices 2 hours a week on the weekend. If he misses that, that is all of his practice gone. If my person who practices 20 minutes a day misses one of their sessions, it's only 20 minutes. They've still got 6 more sessions. And I really strongly believe that consistency is what builds your skill, rather than practicing all at once in 2 hours, potentially even burning out over that 2 hours. That whole 2 hours is not going to be productive, as opposed to each of those really focused 20-minute sessions building over months, rather than that one person just practicing once on the weekend. Additionally, it's also harder to break a habit that's going every single day rather than once a week. If you just, like I said earlier, you miss one day, the streak's still kind of going. You miss once a week, then you've gone almost 2 weeks without practicing. So building that every day really builds that momentum into practicing, and that just allows you to easily hop in 20 minutes, out again 20 minutes the next day, and you're flowing through months. Okay, for our third system, we're talking about making practice fun again. And the first thing to think about is that practicing whatever you're practicing is meant to be fun. It's meant to be a hobby. It's not meant to be your job, unless, of course, you are actually a professional musician. But yeah, it is meant to be fun, and you're meant to be wanting to do. You're not meant to be dreading going and sitting down, whether it's at the drums or trying to learn a language or anything like that. The point is, let's take the pressure off and let's begin to make your drumming fun again. Okay, firstly, try and sit down, take whatever you're studying, whatever you're trying to improve. Let's take drumming, for example. Find your most fun, most enjoyable part of drumming. Let's sit down, play a bit of your favourite music, find out what you like about that, try and improve on that first, to really try and get that fun back into your playing and practicing. Additionally, trying to remove the perfectionist element of it, trying to make games out of your practicing. For example, in the drumming, you could be, how many BPM could I improve my double stroke or single stroke roll this session? That's the goal, the game for that sort of session. Trying to gamify that then makes it more motivating for you to go back in. The point is, all of these systems add together, and then with the fun comes the consistency, because you're wanting to play, you're wanting to turn up every day, and that's really going to skyrocket your progress really quick. Okay, finally for system 4, we've got a classic, and it's to enjoy the process and not the goal. Basically, if you're only enjoying the goal, you're really only going to be practicing 1% of the time, because that's when you're really reaching those goals. And what I want you to take from this is still set those goals, because they're super important. Make sure they're realistic and sort of everything around that is realistic. But what I want you to do is look on bigger time frames, because really, when you look day to day, it's very hard to see how you're improving. Once you broaden that time frame, couple of days, weeks, months, even years, you see progress happening so much quicker and you're more motivated to come back and keep processing. So the point is, you want to enjoy the process of you doing that. You want to get into that sort of flow state where you're actually enjoying the process of you practicing, whether it's a language or drums or even school, anything like that, working towards a set of exams. And what that's going to do is going to keep you, we talked about motivation earlier, it's going to keep you at that steady motivation day to day to keep coming back and keep practicing. To take away from the video, you really don't need that motivation. You need the small goals that's going to keep you consistent over long periods of time, allowing you to enjoy that process and really become a more complete learner in general as you get better at practicing. So if you have enjoyed the video, do drop a like, drop a sub. All the equipment I use is down below. If you want to check out some other videos, that'd be great. And yeah, thank you very much for watching and have a good rest of your day.